So as I mentioned, I've got a special guest today. You guys might, we probably don't know Tracy, is typically what I find, but you do know that when you call and you ask a question, typically the answer, at least for me, is I don't know, but I'll get the answer for you. Well, now you know who I get the answer from. All right. So we have what we call a brand ambassador before. I think she's called an account manager now, but she is the person, the all-knowing person when it comes to the brand. And so if I have any questions, any needs, I go to Tracy. And Tracy and I have only met one time, which is really funny because you're going to find out that she actually lives in Scottsdale. I'm going to find out that she lives like a mile from me is what's going to happen. But we met in Boston at leadership this year. I would describe Tracy as bubbly and like absolutely eager to help and pitch in and find a solution for any challenge that we possibly have. What I didn't know is that she's got all this experience, and some of it is with real estate, but the one that kind of made me laugh was that you worked for Cox Communications. And I think if you told anybody that you worked for Cox, like half the people would love you and half the people would hate you. So we'll just kind of gloss over that. But what was the creamery? Was it Cold Stone?
Creamery.
Yeah.
When they first
Cold
started,
Stone.
yeah. Here in Arizona.
Our absolute favorite ice cream in Grand Junction was Cold Stone Creamery. So Cricket Communications, Lucent Technologies, and she did a stint at HomeSmart. So she's got all of this corporate and service and real estate experience, and she brings all of that to us as this wealth of knowledge, both in and out of the brand. So with that, I'm going to turn this over to you, Tracy. Thank you very much for taking the time and being here, and I know we'll get a ton from you.
Well, thanks, Todd. That was a very nice introduction. And just full disclosure, like Todd said, if he comes to me and asks for the answer and I don't know it, I'm still going to get it for him. So I may not have it off the top of my head, but I'm going to find it for you. All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me here. I'm going to share my screen. Todd has asked me to share some of the benefits of being with Cold Stone Creamery. See, now you have me thinking about ice cream. With Coldwell Banker. So if I can figure out here how to share my screen, I'm more familiar with Teams, but I can adapt. All right, let me see if I can pull this over. All right, can you give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen?
Has it got Spark on it? Yeah, or CB Desk? Yeah.
Yes, okay. All right. I want to take you through just a few of the benefits that you all have available to you in Desk. So hopefully Desk is not a foreign word and you do know what that is and you know where I am. Couple of really kind of cool things about Desk. When you log in, you're going to have a little bell up here in the right-hand corner. That's notifications. If you click on there, it's going to let you know about some things that might be going on with the system. For example, maintenance, you can see right there. The next, if you're searching for something, this circle in the upper right-hand corner with the question mark in it, you can log in here and look for anything that you're looking for. Say you're looking for something for a listing presentation. And it's going to pull up a bunch of information for you there. What I'm finding a lot of people are not aware of is this heart and what that means. There might have some sites already in there, but what you can do so you have a one-stop place to log into is put any of the website addresses that you normally go to. You can favorite them in here so you have one place to go. Once you're in Desk, you can click on the heart and go to them, and it's really easy. Let's add one here. Let's say I wanted to add National Association of Realtors. I believe that's NAR Realtor. Add it as a favorite. There we go. Now, when I click on that heart again, I'm going to see National Association of Realtors there. As soon as I click on that, that's going to take me right to the site. So you can add your favorites in there so you're not having to hop in and out of a bunch of different tabs. If I go back to Desk, in the left-hand corner where it says Desk, that's kind of your home base. So if I click on that, it's going to take me to the desktop dashboard. Here you're going to see all of your tiles. Now you might see some different tiles here than what I see because I do have access to a few other tiles. There's different ways that you can display your tiles. These are the tiles within desks. So this one here is the dash tile, Cbu Learning Center, and so forth. If I come over here, I can change this from the grid view that I currently have. I can flip that over and make it a list view. If I'm searching for an app, maybe it's not showing here. If I open up this dialog box here, I can search for something by name. Let's say I'm looking for my RTM. Now, what's interesting about that is if I cancel, you're going to see it's not showing here for me. That's because behind this tile here, Add App, anything that you don't want to have on your dashboard to display, they're still here behind this Add App. So you can see all the ones I have listed here. If I wanted to add something to my dashboard, all I have to do is click on it and hit Add, and it pops over on here for me. Different way you can also sort them. I'm going to click on Custom Sort in the right-hand corner. I can click on Custom Drag and Drop. That's normally what I like to do. So Lead Router, I add it to my dashboard and it put it in the first upper left-hand corner. I don't really want it there. I'm going to pull it down here. So just that easy, I can move them around. I can also sort them alphabetically, or I can put them in categories such as production or finance, different things like that. I leave mine this way because these are the ones that I get into the most often. Before I get into some of those tiles, I just want to give you a quick demonstration of how this goes along the side. Your menu's on the left-hand side. CB brand, if you click in here, you're going to see all the news briefs first of all. So if I click on here, you can see what's going on. It gives you heads up of some dates that are coming up. You can see some things that have happened, like our 30 under 30 awardees, and you see your own Kenzie Ross right here. That is an award winner. Congratulations, Kenzie. I hope you're on the call. You can go down the side here. There's a bunch of different things for marketing. If you are a global luxury agent and you wanted to check what the threshold is in a certain area, along the left-hand side here under marketing, you're going to go to global luxury, then you'll see just a few below that says global luxury threshold. And if I click in here, I can put in a zip code. Todd, what's the zip code in one of your areas?
81507.
So in 81507, a home that's 530,000 and above is considered luxury in that market. And then there's the qualifying here that the property should be exceptional quality, style, and so forth. So
let's do another one. 83340.
You want a bigger number, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's 500.
I love that. Hey, all of you in Sun Valley, Idaho, as long as it's $500,000 or greater, it's GL, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, no competition, right? No competition among states.
Yeah.
There are some listing presentations in here as well that are for global luxury. I wanted to show you also Business Advantage. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of what's in here, but there's some really cool things. So if I'm going to click over here on the left-hand side, Business Advantage, and open that up, being part of Coldwell Banker, you have all of these discount programs available to you. You can see some of them there, AT&T, rental cars. I don't want to scroll too fast and make anybody sick, so I'm going to kind of go just a little bit slower. So you can see all of those discounts that are available to you. So pretty good opportunity to take advantage of those. So I'm going to click back on the upper left-hand corner, and that takes me back to my dashboard. Want to pop into Cbu Learning Center. This is, I think, one of the most overlooked assets that we have available to agents. In our Cbu Learning Library, there are so many classes that are available for you, and we make it really easy for you to find them. I'm going to come over to the Learning Library. You see that on the left-hand side. When I open that up, it gives me all of these options here that you're going to see as soon as my computer catches up. You're able to search by the type of class. So with this drop down here, if I'm an agent, I'll make that selection. Under delivery type, I can look at anything that's live. I can see virtual, self-paced if I want to take it at my own pace. I can also just search for a class. So if I wanted to look for anything Moxie, you see all the Moxie stuff there. If I wanted to look for presentations. I can see what kind of presentations are there. Your profile is going to keep track of all the classes that you have taken. So in the upper right-hand corner is where I'm clicking now, and it'll keep track of the classes that you have taken. When you first log into Cbu Learning Center, you're going to be able to set up your goals. That'll go on your RE scorecard. So you can set goals either by yourself or if you're working with a mentor of what you want to accomplish that year by keeping track every day of the calls that you make. I think you may use a different CRM. That might help. For new this year, we have pathways. So again, on the left-hand side, agent pathways. Let that open here. Depending on where you are in your business, we have different courses set for you. So if you're new to the business or if you're experienced, you want to take it to the next level. Let's just take a look at what's under here under your new to business. This is going to lay out what we're going to call a pathway for you to follow that's going to help you get up to speed. So again, you can see that there's some different ways you can join. If it's self-paced, there's virtual. Kind of scroll down, give you an idea of what's in there. This is also very good. I think all of us, okay, I guess I should speak for myself. Role playing is not my favorite, but it definitely gets you to a better place so that you are not sounding scripted. And under the agent pathways for new agents are agent scripts. So if you want to practice with someone or practice by yourself, you can go through and look at some of these scripts and get a little better at what you're working at. So there's a couple different here working on your vendor network, your sphere of influence. There's closing the deal. So just all kinds of things to help you become a better agent. Notice that that opened another tab here for me. I'm going to go back to the Coldwell Banker Learning Library. I know there are some leaders on the call. There's a leadership pathways here for you also, kind of takes you along the same line. If you're going to work on onboarding, you can go through here. What's great about this, if you're a trainer, is it's going to provide you the course outline along with any of the handouts that you may need. So just a ton of stuff that's in here. Highly recommend you jump in here and take advantage of some of those classes that are available. I'm going to go back to the desk main dashboard. Something again that I find that not a lot of agents are aware of is Spark. Now, I believe Todd offers health insurance for you all, but there's some other things that you can take advantage of in Spark. Spark is a membership. It's $72 a year to join. And I want to show you some of the benefits that you have at your fingertips by becoming a Spark member. I think one of the biggest things that it's going to provide for you is a 401k opportunity. So a lot of people are surprised to hear that, but if you jump in here, it's $72 a year. You have an opportunity to start investing in a 401k for yourself. I'm going to click on this left-hand box here that says personal benefits, and you can see some of the things that you have available. I'm not sure how many have heard of Forewarn, but I think it's one of the best things that we have in our industry. We're agents, we're vulnerable, we're going to meet people that we've never met before. Sometimes we're taking them into several houses and you're riding with them. Forewarn is kind of like a mini background check. Normally this is $240 to have a subscription to Forewarn, but with being a Spark member for $72, it's something that you get for free. It's included. So as you see here, it gives you just a background on who you might be meeting. It matches by telephone number. It tells you if there's any criminal history, financial risk. I think it's just a huge bonus to have that information before you're heading out to meet with somebody. It doesn't matter if you're a male agent or a female agent. I think it's good for us to be safe and to have that information. Also, telemedicine. I think this is a great benefit that you'll have through Spark. There is also a couple more discounts right here. This restaurants.com. So for a nice gift to give to your buyers or your sellers is a gift card. Through this discount here, depending on how many you buy, you get a huge discount. So you can see right there, For a $25 gift card, you're paying $3. So I pulled up, I think this is Vail. Is that a Vail zip code, Todd? 81657. I threw that zip code in here so you can see just some of the restaurants that are available. You can go by distance, all that kind of stuff. You can find a specific restaurant. Go back to Spark. There is also, oh, I believe, sorry, let me jump back over here under Business Advantage. There's trips that you can take advantage of. So I'm going to go back under the Business Advantage programs. See if I can find that. Don't get sick, y'all, from me scrolling here. At least this gives you an idea of some of the other perks that are in here. Oh, darn. I'll have to come back and find that for you. But it's one of our advantages we have, one of the discounts we have under Business Advantages. So I'm hoping that this gives you a pretty good idea of some of the benefits that are available at your fingertips. Everything that's in desk, there is no charge for you. Oh, BrandServe. Do I have a few more minutes? Let me show you BrandServe real quick. In BrandServe, as an agent, if you're putting together any kind of marketing materials on your own, this is where you're going to find all of your branded logos. So once I clicked into BrandServe, I'm automatically logged in. Along the top here under marketing assets, if I follow that down, I'm going to see logos, and you'll see my company logos. Now, because of my access as an account manager, I have everybody's. So I'm going to put you in. And boom, you see all of your logos there and all the different colors and types that you have there. All you're going to do is download that to your desktop, and you can add that into a presentation or any marketing piece that you're putting together, maybe even just your backdrop on if you're doing a presentation like we're doing today, that's available to you also. There's so much more we could go into, but I know I have just about 30 minutes total. So I'm going to stop there and see if there's any questions.
Let's see. I'm not seeing anything in the chat box right now. I have a question for all those of you in Sun Valley. If you find a global luxury home that can fit my family for about $550, that would be great.
Marching orders, huh?
That's right. Yeah. Considering the average sales price there is like 1.7.
You can find one for 500,000, then you're doing great, yeah. Right?
I'm in. All right, keep going.
That's what I have here. If there's no questions, then I don't have to make up any answers.
That's right. Oh, Jimmy says he loves ListTrack.
Tell us what you like most about ListTrack, Jimmy. Jimmy might be shy.
Helps target feeder markets.
Okay.
And I think it's a great, that report, and I think most of our people know about it, maybe not. That report that we can have sent out weekly or bi-weekly is amazing to keep our clients up to date as to what's going on.
That's a great tool, absolutely.
Anybody have any questions specific to any of this stuff? You got ExpressDoc, what's St. Jude, social ad engine. You've got Moxie, you've got ListSync. We talked about Lead Router, ListHub. Anybody? Explain exclusive look.
Teresa, exclusive look gives you the opportunity to have a property go to the Coldwell Banker community before it hits the market. So if your MLS allows you to do that, it's something that you can get your property in front of everybody before it hits the market. Sellers love the report, yes. What is Moxie? Moxie is a platform that offers a couple different tools for you. I believe, Todd, in some of your offices, you have Moxie Present and Moxie Impress. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So Present is where you can put together a buyer's presentation or a buyer's guide. You can create CMAs. Moxie Impress is a marketing tool that as soon as you have listings in your market, as an agent, you're going to get an email that has all of your marketing tools right there in that email. You can click on, you can make a flyer instantly, you can make a postcard instantly. It feeds all the information from your MLS. You've been exploring CBC Desk and all the tools on there too. Great stuff. There's a lot of, commercial is definitely a different animal, and there's a lot of stuff on there too. I'm sure that you've found that there. Is it part of CB listing packages? Jimmy, are you talking about Moxie?
I think he's talking about List Track.
List Track, is it part of CB listing packages?
Oh no, he's making a statement, not a question. It is part of our CB.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, exclusive look. Yeah, so exclusive look is part. However, there's some nuances associated with that. And in fact, I talked to Carrie about that the other day or yesterday. So maybe we'll do a little class on exclusive look and how to weave that into your presentations. Because, you know, I always go back to Tim Smith, and he talks about how when he lists a property, he's the marketing that he does and the way he says it is very specific to Tim, but it's not Tim. It's actually the brand that's doing it, right? And so, but the way he says it, you think, oh my gosh, I will only get this through Tim, which you all should do. You should do all of this the same way, right? We have all the listing presentations. We talk about what it is that we're doing to expose the properties. But one of those ways is this exclusive look, which allows us to put into Coldwell Banker land your property in advance of it actually going into the MLS and syndicating out to everything else. So your pitch then with clients are, I'm going to expose your property while we're waiting to get the hedges trimmed, whatever it is, right? I'm going to pre-launch the marketing of the property so that when it goes live, we've built up the most demand. We've already gotten the most number of eyeballs on it. It's something that nobody else can do, right? Like it's a differentiator, and especially if you can talk about it correctly. But that's what exclusive look is. And yes, it is part of your marketing package.
And I apologize, I don't have a connection to an MLS to actually search, but if you guys pop into your desk and click on exclusive look, you'll be able to see, you can search by areas and find what you're looking for. Even you can drill it down to price and then, you know, the different filters there. Someone asked, Don asked, is there a tile for RE scoreboard? Is it accessed through the Learning University? Yes, it is, Don. So here I'm going to click on my Cbu Learning Center. Give that just a moment to pop up here. And along this left-hand navigation, you'll see RE scoreboard there. The first time you log in, it's going to ask you to set up goals. So if you go into calculate your goals, you can do that by company dollar or closed unit, average sale. Let's go ahead and click on there. So you see there it gives you the options, your previous year's company dollar, what you want to do this year, you identify your goal, and it'll totally calculate all of that for you.
Yeah, that's a very cool one.
And so I'm just going to back up here. I'm going to show you. I had some goals in here because, you know, I'm not an agent and I do not have goals. I don't know the pressure that you guys have. However, once you set your goals, it's going to give you a dashboard that looks like this. It's going to let you know, hey, to reach that goal, Tracy, you have to make X amount of contacts today. So many appointments, buyer agreements. You can see the rest of them there. I don't need to read them to you, but it keeps score of everything that you've done. Let you know you're on track. And then if you're working with a mentor, or if you have a team that you're working together with, it's really easy to keep you accountable because the numbers are right there. Now, of course, you have to keep them up to date. So if you've made some contacts, you're going to come in here and click that you've made another contact today, or you had 2 appointments this week, whatever it might be. Let me go back to the questions here. Trying to add MLS to Moxie, and this pops up. Can you help us get this set up? Adding or editing.
I think that just means that it's not set up. So the MLS has got to be connected, like it's an IDX feed. And if it's not already connected to the Vail or Durango MLS, then there's some extra steps that need to take place there.
Yeah, and I would talk to your office leader and see if that's something that you're going to do in that area if you don't have a specific MLS you're looking for. Kren isn't connected right now. Teresa just said Kren isn't connected. Thank you, Teresa.
And that's why T's here. Thank you, T.
I know. She's awesome.
The knower of all things.
That's a true statement there.
All right. Do you guys have anything else specific that you'd like for her to cover? Let's see. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Okay. Do you have anything that you want to make sure you touch on, Tracy?
Want to make sure you all know about Cbu and excited. I think you guys have been running a competition, and some of you are absolutely killing it. So hoping to meet many of you face to face in October. It's here in Arizona. So Todd and I have a very long commute. We're going to be very tired by the time we get there.
One of these days, Tracy, we're going to meet actually in Arizona. But hey, by the way, speaking of Cbu, I think you guys know that Sarah and I sort of challenged ourselves as the goal number being 50 agents coming from our organization. Y'all, we're at 44 right now. So we need 6 of you to let's go, right? Come on. This is the most important conference that you will go to. I know some of you love Larry Kendall. I know that some of you love Travis Robertson. I think some of you love Tom Ferry, and I think they're all wonderful. But you don't go to those instead of Cbu. You go to those in addition to Cbu. Building the connections with people who are within your organization, learning more and more about what your franchise fee goes to and pays for, the value that you get from that. Y'all, it is a difference maker. I think I talk about Annette all the time, but all you need to do is call Annette Hall and ask her, hey, so tell me about your experience at Cbu. She will tell you, and I think I might have like shamed her into going to Cbu, and I think it was in Chicago. This was many years ago, and she came back and she increased her business by 80%, and she will tell you that that was a direct result of attending Cbu, just in the contacts that she was able to make, the referral business that she was able to produce. I think you all know that we went to Cbu. I've been talking about it a lot, or not Cbu, Engage. I've been talking about it a lot. That 9 transactions have resulted as a result of the Engage conference and the connections that were made there, never mind the learning that took place. And I'm watching some of those agents that attended that really level up their game on the global luxury side. So some pretty incredible things. And of course, I'm going to be there. And, if you want a cocktail, I'm probably good for 1 or 3. And if you're hungry, I might feed you. But at the very least, we can enjoy each other's company and just have a good old time and make some connections with some of your brothers and sisters within Coldwell Banker Distinctive Properties. So it should be a really great time. All right, do you have anything to close us out with, Tracy?
Someone just asked for the dates, and I put them in the chat here, but I'm also going to put the website for Cbu. EXPR.
All right, while you're doing that, hey, listen, folks, first of all, we'll give a big shout out to Tracy in the chat box. Give her some thumbs up and some encouragement. Tracy, thank you very much for being here. Really appreciate you taking the time. Obviously, folks, in 22 minutes, she could only scratch the surface, and I think you could probably feel that. CB Desk has got an incredible amount of value living there. I chose this brand, and yes, I have a dog in the fight, but I chose the brand because I believe in the brand. I know what the brand brings. I know the connections that it brings. I know that it has provided us with so much by the way of tools and resources and systems to help us do the things that only we can do, right? Like, let's leverage all of this stuff so that I can go out and do the things that only I can do. So well done. Thank you very much. I did want to leave you with this, okay? And not to crash his server here, but your next focus, if you will, needs to be Todd Simon. And you probably can reach him via email or phone, or maybe even in this chat box, because I think he's probably here. But in the course of my travels for the last 2 weeks, I have been hearing time and time and time again about how Google My Business is changing businesses. Hear me out. Changing businesses. These are not by brand new agents. This is experienced agents. I'm talking about 400% increases in clicks, 300% increases in direct phone calls. I'm talking about a resort market agent where their average sales price might be 2 million or so, wink, wink, who told me that through the work with Google My Business, he got 4 people call him off of his Google My Business account in 1 week. That's 4 leads, folks. I talked to another agent who was sharing that he's done $8 million in transactions this year to date, $8 million in transactions this year as a direct result of the work that he's doing with Google My Business. That's Todd Simon. We lovingly call him Smart Todd, right? Reach out to him. He's amazing, and he's doing some really incredible things. And that's the kind of thing, right? You look at this, that's what Distinctive Properties is doing for you. That's what your partner is doing for you. We are doing everything we can to support and uplift your business so that you can do the things that only you can do. And we've got Tracy here today, who's just shared a little bit about what the brand is doing. So you've got 2 of us rowing the boat in your direction. All you need to do is reach out, right? Thanks again, Tracy. I appreciate you. You have
Todd,
something?
I just want to say, yeah, we just, like you said, just scratch the surface. So if you guys talk and get to with your managing directors, I believe that's what you have, managing directors. If there's a specific topic you would like me to go into a little bit more, or just specifically, let me know. I'm happy to do that for you.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, you guys, thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. As always, be distinctive.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.